Brand new at WCHS, American Sign Language has given an alternative option to students who don't want to take regular foreign language classes. We talked to Miss Belford, who is willing to provide more information on her course.
There's a lot of history behind sign language. It started basically with two educators from France and England. They moved to Connecticut and they started the American School for the Deaf. So they adapted British Sign Language and French Sign Language and created American Sign Language. It was also called an asylum for the deaf and dumb back then. Obviously now that is not politically correct, so now it is the deaf and hard of hearing rather than hearing impaired or deaf and dumb. And then the culture has completely shifted since it has been brought over from France and England, but we're going to be learning about that in the class and how it's just evolved and kind of flows naturally with our communities and cultures that we see now. I am enjoying this new class and teaching it because it is the first year for it, so it's exciting. My class sizes are big because it was there was a very high demand for it, and I know Whiteland has been trying to get this program started for a while, so I'm glad to be the one to start it. And my students seem very excited to be learning this language. It is new, so new things are exciting for us. As in, they're not used to speaking with their hands, they're used to verbalizing their answers and stuff in class. So when we're not using our voices and we're using our hands, it's very different. And so I think that's been good and exciting.
We asked Miss Belford why she got into teaching deaf education and the people who pushed her to get where she is today.
I wanted to be a teacher since I was in the first grade. I wanted to do special education at first, so work with the kids who have special needs, and then I shifted my gears to deaf education. And then with deaf education, I took a bunch of sign language classes, deaf history classes, and all of that. And then I was planning on teaching at a deaf school, but then I got this position offered to me, and it was a super exciting position to be able to start this program. So I was super excited to teach sign rather than just use it to teach. I have a friend who he always told me that I was fluent in sign language. I never would admit that I was fluent because I never felt that way. And he was deaf himself, and so he kept telling me I was fluent, I could teach it. And this was 3 years ago, actually. And so I never had envisioned myself teaching sign language, but he kept hinting that I needed to do it. And so finally I just kind of like leaped and did it, and I'm super happy to have started this because I'm loving it so far.
We also interviewed student Sammy Brinkman to get her take on the brand new class.
This class is very fun, and it's I like learning the new signs and being able to learn a new language. I would encourage students to take this class because it's very different from other languages that this school offers.
Dive right in, do it. I think it's super exciting because it's new. I mean, most schools can't offer this because they don't have the people and the resources to do so, but we do. So I would say for sure, go for it, do it.
I guess being able to talk with the teacher and being able to ask questions and being able to actually learn in this class.
It's exciting. My students are responding really positively to the lessons I've taught thus far. It's early, but so far we've been doing really well. They can already sign the alphabet, their names, they can do basic greetings, and it's only like a weekend, so go for it.